Hello, YouTube Nation. Sheriff Teeple with the Pinal County Sheriff's Office here. You guys may have heard of one of my fellow employees, Frank, as in Fridays with Frank. I thought today that we would look at the top 3 most viewed videos of Fridays with Frank and see which one is the favorite from the public. I actually have a favorite out of these 3, but I'm curious to see what your favorite is. So we're going to start with the 3rd most watched video, the least, with 1.3 million views. It's Fridays with Frank number 9, don't speed in a construction zone and call cops names. But most people refer to this episode as the Blue Mustang driven by the bratty kid, or the Blue Mustang episode. So let's start it now with 1.3 million views.
Construction workers get struck and killed every year. All over Arizona and all over the United States. It's a dangerous job enough just to be working on the side of the road, but having people travel at a speed that's above the posted speed limit, that's really what's dangerous. So when you cross these 2 giant signs that are as big as the windshield of your car, when you cross between these, you have to be going a limit of 35 miles per hour. 56 and tinted windshield.
56 minus 35 is 21 miles over the speed limit, or criminal speed. So understand at the point that Frank Sloop, Deputy Sloop, pulls this individual over, this individual has committed a criminal act and can be arrested and taken to jail. So keep that in mind when you hear the exchange with this and people say that Frank has no patience.
Oh, really? What's up, man? How you doing? That's actually not true. See your driver's license.
What did I do?
Let me see your driver's license.
Film me, Mom. Come, I'm getting harassed. Don't touch my car.
Getting harassed?
What did I do? I wasn't speeding. I was following my mother.
Okay.
So
Do you know what? Let me see your driver's license.
What was I doing?
I'm not going to ask you again, or I'm going to put my hands on you. Let me see your driver's license.
Dad, can you come here? I have it. Stop. Just give me my.
There we go. So,
am I
posted
doing?
speed limit. Well, you're in public, so there's no expectation of privacy.
So people from other states and other countries sometimes watch these videos and they comment based on their understanding of their locale. Arizona is a one-party consent state. What that means is if you are somewhere where you are legally allowed to be, you can film anything you want. You don't have to get someone else's consent. So if I'm standing in the parking lot of Circle K, as in this video, and I'm filming, I'm allowed to do that because I'm part of the conversation. You only need one part of the conversation. So if I'm there physically, I'm part of the conversation. It's plain and simple as that. Some states are 2-party consent where you have to tell everybody you're recording and they have to consent to it. That's not the case in Arizona. So remember that when someone gets on there and they're an internet expert, they may be just referring to their locale where they live.
So you're in a...
I ran a what?
Did I say run anything?
Okay, can you just off instead of being a... Like, you're being rude. For what?
What have I done that makes me rude?
Yeah, I'm not talking.
I'm going to be as plain and simple as I can on this. I'm an ask, tell, make law enforcement officer. That's the way I was trained. That's the way I expect my deputies to be. But they have discretion. Frank is using more patience on this traffic stop than I would have. The minute he starts to want to overtalk me and cuss me, I prefer my traffic stops to be informative, not punitive, but sometimes there needs to be a punitive measure that maybe gets that information through their heads. So if I had someone pulled over for criminal speed and this is what was occurring from them, they need to remember approach determines response, and they're going to spend a night in our barred bed and breakfast.
Okay, let me see your registration, current proof of insurance. So I'm Deputy Slope, work for the Pinal County Sheriff's Office Traffic Unit. The reason I stopped you is you were in a 35 mile per hour construction zone at 55 miles per hour.
How many other cars?
I don't care how many other cars were there. And then you also have a tinted windshield, which is also illegal. So I need to see registration, current proof of insurance, please.
I bought my car like this.
Okay.
Can you just like stop hovering over me?
No.
I'm gonna wait till my parents leave.
Okay. Hey, if you want to shut your door for me. Oh, man, that's aggressive. If you're curious about what's wrong with society, it is absolutely everything about this stop. So it is this arrogant, condescending attitude. It is... Hi.
This is my son.
Okay.
I'm sorry, we just got...
He's filming me.
It's okay. It's okay.
And you know,
I just had a desk. It's very comfortable. We're going back home to Gilbert.
Okay, he's speeding, and he's going to get a ticket. That's it. You are not free to go. Get back in your car.
Your car's not...
I'm not leaving. I'm with my parents. Well, you started touching. You opened my door.
No, I didn't.
I couldn't imagine for the life of me being pulled over as a young adult for doing criminal speed and then calling my parents, because if I would have called my parents, my dad would have come and whooped my butt right in front of the police officer. In a million years, I wouldn't do that. The fact that they felt the need to come and further harass a deputy while he's trying to conduct a traffic stop is beyond the pale.
You opened it like this. You touched my door.
Okay.
It's just been a really bad day.
He has a problem. I will make this as quick, as painless as possible. However, that action deserves repercussions, okay? Along with the fact that he's 20 miles an hour over the posted speed limit, okay? So, and saying that he hopes that my daughter dies, that right there is unacceptable, okay? That's unacceptable under any circumstances ever. So if you could just kind of try to control him while I take care of some business here, I sure would appreciate that. Thank you, sir. I don't even have words.
State return.
Unbelievable.
State return.
Oh, and he's suspended. And he's admin per se suspended, which means it's criminal. Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy.
Not only is he pulled over for criminal speeding, but he's pulled over and he's driving on a suspended driver's license. And he told Deputy Sloop that he hopes Deputy Sloop's daughter dies. What is wrong with society?
So the driver of this vehicle is admin per se suspended, meaning that he was arrested in this particular case for DUI drugs previously, and has a subsequent license suspension. I mean, obviously he's had a bad day previous to meeting me here, but that kind of response and action is just absolutely unnecessary. How old is he?
He's 19.
Oh, okay. So
We're just...
he's an adult and he's got adult stuff. So can I talk to him, please? Did you happen to see the 35-mile-per-hour signs that were there?
No, sir. I thought it was a 45.
Okay. They're big. They're posted on the side of the road there in the
Traffic, and I was paying attention to the road.
Yeah.
Paying attention.
I get it. Your first citation is criminal in nature, so it's a Class 2 misdemeanor for driving while your license is suspended, revoked, or canceled. Your second one is a work zone speed violation with workers present. So there's workers present here in this construction zone. That's why it's here. And then fail to produce evidence of financial responsibility simply means that you didn't provide current proof of insurance as requested. And then I asked for it. You just...
I said I was waiting.
have insurance.
I have it.
Okay. I asked you for it. You didn't provide it.
I was trying to find it. I don't know where all my
Okay.
stuff is.
We
It's in my
have
dad's car.
insurance.
That's not true.
Okay. But the fact of the matter is
I was trying to look for it. He was pressing. Yeah,
But I asked
I have
him.
a lawyer. I have
It's
a lawyer.
okay, yeah.
I asked him once.
Okay.
I don't have to ask a whole bunch of times. I simply asked for the information that's requested, and it wasn't provided. There's no big deal for this. There's no points on his license as a result of it. Because there's so many uninsured drivers in the state of Arizona, we make it very easy for us to take care of it. But we also document it when we see it. All you have to do is show that on today's date and time, that the citation was issued, that insurance was in place, and they dismiss the citation. There's no fine, and that's per state statute. Okay. And then the other thing is having improper material on your windows and/or windshield. Obviously, having any sort of tint on your windshield's illegal. And when you drove by, I couldn't see. I had no idea how many people were in here because it was all black because it's illegally tinted. There's no stipulation in Arizona state law for transfer of a vehicle. Fact of the matter is that there's material on the window. Every year, there's hundreds of people are struck or killed on the side of the road that are just working. I mean, they're just there, they're doing their job, they're working, and when someone that disobeys all this signage goes through and does something stupid and changes someone's life.
So that's it for that video. Let's go to the next one. Next up, with 2.1 million views, almost a million more views than the last one, What is Fridays with Frank, episode 93, 14-year-old driver. Let's watch it.
Hey, see your driver's license.
I don't have one.
Why not? Okay, sorry, I just couldn't see your hands. I don't like it when I can't see people's
I'm
hands.
pregnant right now. I'm not supposed to be driving. I had to drop him off home.
Okay.
Yeah, I literally live
Wait, you're
right
pregnant? You're not supposed to be driving?
That's what I was told. You're not supposed to be driving if you're pregnant. That's what I was told.
I don't know if I've ever heard that before.
Really?
I've known a lot of pregnant people. All
Okay,
right.
well-
I'm Deputy Slope. I work for the Pinal County Sheriff's Office Traffic Unit. Couple different reasons that I stopped you. First of all,
I remember when I watched this one the first time, I have a friend of mine who's a doctor that I actually value his opinion very much. He's one of the smartest individuals I've ever met, and I asked him if he had ever heard of anyone saying that you shouldn't drive while you're pregnant, and absolutely could not make up the response that he gave. He just started laughing out loud, and he said, "That's the silliest thing I've ever heard." So that being said, she never does clarify where she got this information from, but I don't think it was from a doctor that anyone paid for.
my attention never would have been drawn to you if that muffler wasn't so loud and annoying.
Yeah, it's not my car. It's
literally just, but you're driving it, so you're the captain of this ship, partner. So your muffler's loud and annoying, and it allows everyone. Is this your neighborhood?
yeah.
Your neighbors hate you.
Right there.
They hate
It's not
you.
my car.
Okay. If you drive this in my neighborhood, I'd hate you. So that's number one, is you have a muffler that creates an unusual.
I got my first motorcycle when I was 4.5 years old. So I'm 55. So literally for 50 years I've been on two wheels. And one thing that is always just flabbergasted me is people still say loud pipes save lives. There is absolutely no scientific data that indicates that a loud exhaust saves anyone's life. Sorry guys, we know you just like to hear the loud noise, but it doesn't save anybody's life.
Sound, which is the requirement for Arizona state law. Secondly, I don't know how you can see through your windshield because it's tinted top to bottom, left to right, and so are your front side windows. So all of that dark tint is all illegal. You can't have it. You can have tint just up at the top, but you can't have it everywhere. So, and why don't you have a license?
I'm 14.
You're 14. Okay, and ma'am, is this your car?
This is my fiance's.
Your fiance? Okay. So, and who is this to you?
He is like family.
He's my cousin.
Okay. So,
Because she lives at the apartments,
Yeah.
she told me she couldn't drive, so I was just coming to my house and she's getting picked up.
I don't know. I just heard I'm not supposed to be driving when I'm pregnant. I wasn't sure. But
How old are you?
I know- Me, I'm 18.
okay.
I mean, I literally have the pregnancy test right here.
My house is a minute, like, just down the street.
Yeah.
I'm shocked. 09. Wow, that's super young. You might be the youngest person, like, born most recently that I've ever pulled over. I've never pulled over someone from 09.
I mean, like, his mom is probably home. We can drive over there.
He can't drive anywhere. He doesn't have a license.
He has hers.
You want me to drive over there? Like,
No. We're going to deal with the fact that he's illegally operating this motor vehicle. So we're not going anywhere. So you knew that he didn't have a license, right? Okay. All right. Thank you so much, man. All right. And you have your registration paperwork, curb proof insurance? You don't have anything?
I mean, where did you put your stuff? I know it, but where's your registration?
All right, stay right in there. I'll be back. There's a lot of loss for words here. And maybe I'm wrong. I'm not a woman. I don't identify as a woman. I don't know. Females, is there a doctor out there that says, like, as soon as you get pregnant that you can't drive? Because maybe it's a thing. To my knowledge, Arizona law does not have a stipulation based on pregnancy of as soon as you're pregnant, you can no longer drive and have to have a unlicensed 14-year-old driver. Can you call mom, have mom come over here so I don't have to...
She's not home. I was at my cousin's apartment, and then I needed to come home, so she was like, oh, it's like a minute away. 'Cause she lives at the apartments down the street.
Okay. What's your current address? I've addressed this before. I'm going to address it again. If you're in Arizona and you have never been issued a driver's license in any jurisdiction because you're 14 years old, the state of Arizona is going to take your car and they're going to put it in car jail for 20 days. Okay. So you're being cited with not having a valid driver's license, and the original reason, besides the muffler, because that really drew my attention, the second reason that really drew my attention to you was the improper material on your windows and windshield, right? Because your windshield looks like the inside of my eyelids. It's black. So that's it. There's a whole bunch of other things that I could cite you with, like having your super annoying muffler, not having your registration paperwork, not having current proof insurance for your vehicle, all of those things. So I could cite you with more, but I think this gets the point across that you shouldn't be driving, okay? So the other thing I'm doing is I'm towing your car and I'm impounding it for 20 days. And I'm impounding it because Arizona law says if you've never had a driver's license, which you haven't, you can't drive unless it's an emergency situation, like you are on the way to the hospital and someone is actively bleeding out in your passenger seat. Except for that, and that isn't this, you can't drive. Just because someone says, hey, can you drive me? You need to say, no, I don't have a valid driver's license. Well, you can't just let someone who you know doesn't have a driver's license drive. Especially when you're pregnant and you're worried, obviously, about the safety of your unborn fetus. So you're going to entrust the safety of you and your baby to a unlicensed 14-year-old. And therein lies the problem. Can't even see in there. You can open up the door too.
I didn't want to start the car.
No, that's okay. That's okay. That is part. Look how dark that window is. All right, ma'am. You, being an adult, can't ask a minor to drive. So what you have is permitting an unauthorized minor to drive. Okay.
Right.
This is a criminal offense. So you have to. All that means that you have to go and see the judge and explain what happened here to the judge.
Okay. How much is this shit gonna cost though?
You know what? I don't know because the sheriff's office doesn't deal with any money. The court will be able to tell you that because they deal with all that stuff.
Okay.
So that right there is all your stuff. So you guys can take any items of value, so anything that's worth anything out of the car. The car's gonna stay here. I just need to make sure you leave the key here or key fob or whatever it is, and then you guys are free to go.
How am I gonna get back to the car?
I feel like you have a house that you could get into real close, right?
Walk to my house.
So I would. Are you?
Yeah, and then
Yeah, obviously. Can you? Yeah, sure. I'll take that. Can you walk? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. I wasn't sure if the driving thing was out of bounds. I wasn't sure if the walking thing was out of bounds.
Yeah. I got pepper spray right here. Is that okay if I grab
Yeah,
that?
absolutely.
Okay.
Grab it. You gotta stay safe.
Yeah, I just
Hi,
don't want
citizen.
you to think that I'm...
No. I got a pretty good gauge for people. I'm pretty sure you're not gonna haul off with some pepper spray out of there and spray me in the
I
face.
gotta get out real fast.
Yes, ma'am.
For real.
That's me.
Nah, for real. Can we get pictures with you though?
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
pictures.
Alright. Hold on. Get out, come here.
embarrassing. I'm
Get out for real.
freaking TikTok.
Come here. Oh my god, I swear. Hold on.
Man, you're big for 14.
Yeah,
Holy
he is.
cow, you're like a linebacker. Good God, that thing's inside out, man. You might have to turn it around.
TikTok.
Swear to God.
You know what's good? We're not on TikTok, man. The sheriff's office isn't on TikTok, so.
Alright.
But Facebook, yeah, you're gonna be on Facebook.
Oh, I got Facebook.
And YouTube.
And you? Oh my
I know. Those are all people that pirate my stuff.
I think I seen you.
They're all pirates. All of them.
Oh,
Yeah, it's crazy. All right, jump in. Oh, those corduroy?
Yeah.
Man, I haven't seen corduroy pants in a minute. I
All right,
like
ready?
it. All right, you ready for this?
alright. Oh my god.
All right. Hey, don't let her carry anything, man. She's prego. She got baby on board.
I think this video is best summed up by the very first comment that was put by @ZALTIC when they put pregnant at 18 and letting a 14-year-old drive someone else's car. She clearly doesn't make any good decisions. I don't think I could say it any better than that. And this is the most viewed Fridays with Frank video on the internet, episode number 33, Supervisor Request.
71, passing all these cars. Get a good look. That guy right there. See your driver's license, please.
Yes, sir. Can I ask what you pull over for?
Absolutely. As soon as I see your driver's license, I will be very happy to tell you.
That's not how it works. Can you tell, first of all, what's your name and your badge number?
I'm sorry. I do this for a living. You don't. I tell you how this works. Let me see your driver's license, or I'm going to pull you out of your car and arrest you for failing to provide ID. This is a legal request. I don't want to hear any other words out of your mouth except here's my driver's license. Please.
Can you say it again?
Absolutely. I need your driver's license so I know who you are. I am not asking you. I am telling you. Give me your driver's license.
My name is...
I don't want your name. I want a physical ID as required by Arizona law.
I am asking you when I'm getting pulled over.
I will tell you as soon as I see your driver's license.
It's been a while since I watched this video. I think Frank quotes it in there. I can't remember, but I got to tell you right now. Again, back to the ask, tell, make. 28-1595, failure to produce ID while detained on a traffic stop. It's just that simple, guys. When you're pulled over in Arizona, if you fail to produce your driver's license, you are now committing a Class 2 misdemeanor, which is an arrestable offense, so you can go to jail. I don't know why you would want to stick on that subject alone, but so many people think that they shouldn't have to produce a driver's license. Yes, you do. The state maintains the roads, the county maintains the roads, and Arizona revised statutes, our laws that we all codified, and Linda underneath, says you have to produce a driver's license. I have to, cameraman has to, people driving their vehicles on a roadway have to.
I will gladly give you my license. Usually, I get some identification of the reason why I'm getting pulled over. That's usually how it works.
All right. One of the things I found telling with this is where the guy likes to repeat that when he usually gets pulled over, this usually happens, which indicates to me, with my training experiences, this guy gets pulled over quite a lot. He might want to go to driver's training and maybe obey the speed limit. Then he wouldn't have usually with him.
Well, I'm Deputy Slope. I work for the Pinal County Sheriff's Office Traffic Unit. And the reason I stopped you is you're traveling 71 miles an hour in a posted 45-mile-per-hour zone. We also see registration and current proof insurance, please.
Can I reach my doorbell?
Unless it's going to magically appear in your hands, you would have to, right?
No, I'm not going to find it because I don't care to give him the clicks for the advertisement, but I have been told by many different people that the individual inside this car has posted his own edited video of this traffic stop. I like you to go back and watch it and see where he turned on his phone and where he turned it off. We presented a much clearer picture of the traffic stop than he sure did, based on what I've been told of his video on the internet.
All of your information still current, still living on Mesa?
I don't answer any questions.
Okay.
And I had to get on my phone.
You're the one who decided it needed to be recording, so you could also use it to provide current proof insurance.
A little bit of a request from you guys out here, a little tip for you. There's a lot of areas in Pinal County that are very rural. Arizona law allows you to have your insurance card on your phone. I recommend that you pull it up when you're at home, you have good Wi-Fi, you pull it up from your email or however it's sent to you in the app, and then just screenshot it, guys. Because you have to provide that when the law enforcement officer asks it during the duration of the traffic stop without undue delay. And I have had this situation where I pull someone over the eastern part of Pinal County, what we refer to as the mountains. There's areas over there that doesn't have cell phone coverage. You get pulled over in that area and you can't pull up your insurance card on your phone, you're going to have to go spend a day in court to prove that you actually had insurance on there. Where just be simple. If you're watching this video right now, pull up your insurance card on your phone, take a screenshot from it. I still print out my insurance cards and I put them in the glove box because they never go away and I don't have to worry about if my phone's charged or not.
He wants me to update.
Well, you're required to provide it in a amount of time that would be...
Right, it's coming up right now.
Okay.
Give me 15 seconds.
So while I'm sitting here and I am a public servant, is there any other questions I can answer for you, reference our contact? Okay, just want to make sure. You keep working on that. There's no reason to be confrontational like that. There was no part of my contact with him was confrontational. Super simple and cordial, and he just, for some reason, just can't seem to understand that there's a sequence of events that transpires here in Pinal County. And if he doesn't like that, maybe he needs to move back to Mesa. As soon as he recorded me, and I asked him, hey, I need your driver's license. He's like, I'd be happy to give it to you. But before that, when he wasn't recording me, he absolutely wouldn't. So it's, that's why you can't believe everything that you see online, is because there was that whole entire contact that happened, and then he starts to record, and all of a sudden he's just the nicest guy, and I'm this big mean guy that's just demanding stuff. I would imagine he will interpret the fact that he's getting a ticket as a result of his terrible attitude, when really it's just the fact that he is just violating Arizona motor vehicle law. So in case you're wondering what 71 miles an hour at 1,065 feet looks like on a laser, that's what it is. And that was his speed. So after I locked him in on this, I watched him drive past me, never lost sight of him, pulled in right behind him. So I'm sure this is the type of guy that wants to find some sort of, I don't know, but something to fight in this. All right, kind sir. Can I have a contact phone number for you with an area code first, please? Sure, absolutely. Okay. Well, all the
supervisor?
No. No, you can contact one by phone.
But if I'm requesting a supervisor, you denying?
I can give you the contact phone number for the sheriff's office. Absolutely. It's area code 520-866-5912.
So if you're on a traffic stop and you ask for a supervisor and the deputy tells you there's not a supervisor, he's not going to contact one, it may be because he has prior knowledge that the supervisor is on scene of a major incident, and that's why he's not going to call him. If you have a complaint that you need to lodge, that's why you get the contact number and you can call them. Or folks, this is what I set up, is we have a email distribution list called pcsopsu@pinal.gov. If you have a complaint, you can email that complaint to that email address, and it will go to everyone in my internal affairs unit. Someone will receive it and get back with you. Or you can call the non-emergency number, 520-866-5111.
5912?
Yep.
Do you normally, just a couple questions for you, do you normally threaten to put people out of the car just for them asking why they got pulled over?
100% when they refuse to provide identification like you did.
But isn't that a secondary offense? Arizona's not a stop and ID state. Like, I asked you why I was being pulled over.
That's correct.
And you didn't want to tell me until I use it as a predecessor.
That's correct, because I need to know who I'm talking to first.
Well, hold on a second. Go ahead. Per civil rights and laws,
Okay.
and unless I am being arrested, or unless I'm being...
Well, failing to provide evidence of
obviously,
identity is a criminal
no,
offense.
it's a secondary offense.
I don't know what he's getting off on secondary, primary offense. If you're pulled over, that's your primary offense, is the reason you're being pulled over is for suspicion of committing a traffic violation, and then you have to produce an ID once that occurs. Sorry, guys. And as I stated earlier, they put it right up on the screen for you. Arizona Revised Statutes 28-1595. The operator of a motor vehicle who fails or refuses to exhibit the operator's license is guilty of a Class 2 misdemeanor. It's right there in black and white in the statutes, guys.
Doesn't matter.
It is.
It's an offense.
Matter. It doesn't. Officer Stroop, if you will let me speak, and then I'll let you speak. Is that all right?
No.
You don't want to let me speak?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not here for a back and forth.
Well,
this isn't I talk and you talk. It is, absolutely it is.
Normally, per the civil rights,
this has nothing to do with civil rights.
Per the Fourth Amendment of the Constitution of the United States, which you hold an oath to uphold, I know it's very, very disappointing because I like to follow the rules too. Obviously, I got caught breaking something. However,
well, you like to follow rules except for speed limits that you don't like to follow.
It's objective or subjective. That's the cursor. Okay, so if
So if we want to play word games, we can play word games here.
we can play word games as long as you want.
Absolutely.
That per the Fourth Amendment of the Constitution of the United States, being secure in my own rights to hold my identity, unless, especially in a state that's not a stop and ID state, aren't you supposed to tell me why you're pulling me over?
Absolutely. There is absolutely no requirement for me to tell you. I told you as a common courtesy because it's what I normally do during traffic stops.
I know, but it's what you normally do. That's not what the law says you do.
It is not a law.
It is. It's not a stop and ID state.
It is. It's not a law.
Okay. We have a difference.
We can agree to. And you are certainly going to get one. So, all the information up the top is yours. Vehicles information's here. It says today at 10:05, you're 71 and a posted 45. Now, RMP stands for reasonable and prudent, and that's what the speed limit is. And you're 71 miles an hour and a posted 45. Got you on laser, the most accurate of all speed detection devices.
Do you have a printout?
I'm sorry?
Do you have a printout or a screenshot?
No. I have a screenshot, yes.
Can I have that?
You cannot.
How come?
Because I have no way to print it out in my car. So, the direction you're facing right now is eastbound in the number 1 lane. State Route 24 at Meridian was the closest intersection. Your citation is for speed greater than reasonable and prudent. You're cited into the Santan Justice Court, which is located up in Chandler. You have a court date, only if you wish to appear, on the first day of November at 9 o'clock in the morning. If not, your phone number right here leads you to the court. Knowledgeable court staff there will be able to answer any questions you have, including giving you any sort of information on traffic school. This right here is the driver's license, the registration to which you provided, and an exact carbon copy of the citation. All right. Any further questions I can answer for you today, sir? All right. And just so you know, my sergeant is Sergeant Erickson. He's the person that you're going to... Thanks for putting your window up. They said he didn't want to talk to me anymore.
No, Frank, he didn't want to talk to you anymore. But thanks for the great episode. Now, as I said earlier, I've got a favorite out of these three. I got one that I've actually watched more than once. Of all these views, 6 million views on 3 different videos. Let's find out which one is yours favorite. Comment below. Thank you.